Okay, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. How is everyone doing? Okay, TikTok with the bright light. Well, why is Instagram not as bright? Maybe I need two lights. So, today is day 2 of my See You at the Bank challenge. If you missed getting in, we have the recordings from yesterday. You can still get in. If you're on my Instagram page, you can comment challenge or click that link in my bio. TikTok, YouTube, click link in my bio for my 5-day challenge. But I'm getting dressed for day 2. So I said, let me come on here and do my Bible and business. Let me come on here and do my Bible and business, okay? So, this little TikTok light is everything. Is everything. First things first, challenge. If you want to come to my 5-day business challenge, it starts tonight again at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. If you are interested in learning how to write grants, I am doing a live hands-on grant writing boot camp where we're going to spend 9 days together, and I'm going to walk you through step by step on how do you write grants. So you'll be able to leave with your grant proposal. You'll be able to leave training your ChatGPT how to, number 1, sound like you, and number 2, how to write like a grant writer. So when you leave, you will have your own money-making AI grant machine. So if that's like, oh, girl, I need that, then you want to get on the waiting list. I'm only taking a certain amount of people. So when the link drops, you want to be there. Yes, small businesses and nonprofits can apply for business grants. So you want to comment Instagram AI for the link to get on my waiting list. TikTok, you're going to have to just follow me, y'all. Just follow me. Okay. So if you were able to wake up today and you have 10 things that God has already done for you. Normally I do Bible and business in the morning, but I had to get my lashes done today, so that didn't happen. So if you were able to think of 10 things that God has already blessed you with, type in the comments, I got my 10. Type in the comments, I got my 10. I read from the book, Jesus Calling. So today is going to be October 21st. To live in my presence consistently, you must expose and expel your rebellious tendencies. When something interferes with your plans or desires, you tend to resent the interference. Try to become aware of each resentment, however petty it may seem. Don't push those unpleasant feelings down. Instead, let them come to surface where you can deal with them. Ask my spirit to increase your awareness of resentful feelings. Bring them boldly into the light in my presence so that I can free you from them. The ultimate solution to be rebellious tendencies is submission to my authority over you. Intellectually, you rejoice in my sovereignty, without which you would be terrifying. You would be a terrifying place. But when my sovereign will encroaches on your little domain of control, you often react with telltale resentment. The best response to losses or thwarted hopes is praise. The Lord gives and the Lord takes away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Remember that all good things, your possessions, your family and friends, your health and abilities, your time, are gifts from me. Instead of feeling entitled to all these blessings, respond to them with gratitude. Be prepared to let go of anything I take from you. Come on. And never let go of my hand. It's going to be good, y'all. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Okay. We're going to break it down paragraph by paragraph. To live in my presence consistently, you must expose and expel your rebellious tendencies. When something interferes with your plans or desires, you tend to resent the interference. Try to become aware of each resentment, however petty it may seem. Don't push those unpleasant feelings down. Instead, let them come to the surface where you can deal with them. Ask my spirit to increase your awareness of the resentful feelings. Bring them boldly into my presence so that I can free you from them. Type a me in the comments if life has ever not gone how you expected it to go. Type a me in the comments if maybe you got some news you did not want to get. Type a me in the comments if how you expected the timeline of your life to go, it didn't go. Type a me in the comments if you thought you was due something that you didn't get. We have our own expectations of what life is supposed to give us. We have our own expectations of how life is supposed to be. We have our own little timeline. We think we're about to have this, that, and the third. And if anything isn't in alignment with what we're wanting, we think something is wrong. Sometimes we're going to ask God for his direction on what we're supposed to be doing. But sometimes, maybe more than most, sometimes we just want what we want, when we want it, how we want it. Not understanding that maybe what we're wanting isn't the best thing for us. Not understanding that what we're wanting we may not be prepared for. Not understanding that what we're wanting may be so small compared to what God wants to give us. So when we don't achieve certain things and we don't get things on our timeline, we mad, right? So this is saying to bring your resentment, how petty it is, to God. Bring it to God. God, I am upset that I am not a homeowner by 30. God, I am upset that I am not married with kids by 35. God, I am upset, or I don't understand why I don't have a 7-figure business. God, I'm upset that my marriage left. Whatever you're upset with, don't act like you're not upset. Don't act like it's not bothering you. Bring it to God. He says, bring them boldly into the light of my presence so that I can free you from it. So whatever it is that you're wanting that's not happening, or whatever it is that is happening that you're not wanting, don't act like, oh yeah, everything is great, everything is wonderful. Okay, tell God what you're struggling with. But not just in a complaining way. I'm going to do a business example and I'm going to do a personal example, okay? So let's just say you've been working your business and it's not growing. Like no matter how many classes you take, how much time you put in, like you just can't grow this thing. We are just stuck at a certain dollar amount every single month. And you're now starting to get tired. You're starting to get weary. Instead of acting like it's not bothering you, tell God, I'm tired of hitting this mark. I'm tired of hitting this cap. I'm tired, God. I'm tired. Personal side. You expected to be married. On your little timeline, you was married by this age, homeowner by this age, kids by this age, and baby, ain't nothing hit, right? Ain't none of them timelines hit. Everyone else around you got the timeline but you. Don't act like it don't bother you. Tell God what it is that's bothering you. And the reason why it's saying, bring it to me. He's saying, bring it to me. Number one, God already knows what's bothering us. He already knows. But have the conversation with him. Bring them boldly into the light of my presence so that I can free you from them. Free you from them. Well, how is he going to free me from something? Let me tell you. Once you address the elephant in the room, once you address what you mad about, what you disappointed about, what you don't understand, why is this happening to me? Once you bring it to God, now we can have an open discussion with God about it. Now, bringing it to God doesn't mean he's about to give it to you. God's never going to give you something that's not in your best interest. Bringing it to God is not saying he's about to give you what you want. Bringing it to God is going to be able to open up the dialogue for you. So, when something's happening, we're not understanding why, we're going to bring it to God. And we're going to bring it to God this way. God, this is what's bothering me. But here's the clincher. We're then going to say, show me either what I'm supposed to do. Show me why I'm supposed to wait. Help me understand whatever it is your will. So once we address, I don't like how things is going. But God, lead me, order my steps, give me the patience, help me to understand, or help me to be okay with being still in this season. So we're not asking God to give us the answer that we want, because what we have to understand is that if God hasn't answered the plan, if God hasn't given you what you want, either what you want is too small, either what you want is designed to kill you or to destroy you, or either what you're wanting, you're not ready for it. And the one thing that we fail to understand is that a blessing too soon is not going to be a blessing, it's going to be a burden. A blessing too soon is going to be a burden, not a blessing. So God's not going to give you anything that, number one, you're not prepared for. God's not going to give you anything that was designed to hurt you. So we're going to address what we're upset about, what we're not happy about, whatever it is. And we're going to ask God, just, kind of just help me through this. Let me give you an example. If you guys follow me, you guys already know my journey. But if someone here is new, hey, I'm Joy. How are you? I left a toxic / abusive marriage. I was married for about 12 years. And I met my husband when he had nothing. I was, at the time, I had my stuff together. He was going through, he was just going through a little rough patch. And so we got together and we kind of combined things and we built a phenomenal business enterprise. Well, once the marriage got toxic and I wanted to leave, I just thought that we would just be, co-parents, business partners, whatever. But he was like, girl, I ain't about to give you nothing. I'm about to act like you didn't even exist. I'm going to lock you out the businesses. I'm going to keep all the money. I'm going to keep all the furniture. I'm just going to keep everything. And if you want something, you go spend your money and you come over here and come get it. So, besides me having to leave a marriage, I'm leaving a marriage thinking that, okay, well, we aren't meant to be together. We can still, keep what we built. And baby, he said, you want it? Come spend your money and come get it. Period. So we are in year 3 of our divorce. Over 6 figures in legal fees. And he's living off of all of the business money. And I had to literally start all the way over from scratch. Okay. So, needless to say, God, what you doing? How is it fair? How am I spend all these years building these enterprises and he gets to have everything? And I got to spend my new money to defend all this. This isn't fair. So, number one, bring it to God. I brought it to God. God, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why it's taking so long. I don't know why every time I go to court, it's like the judge is not even trying to hear me. We keep getting postponements. Like my attorney, like I've never seen a situation like this before. Like this is just, I've never seen this. So God, by year 2, I said, all right, God, I don't know what you're doing. And clearly you're not trying to have me divorced right now. Clearly your answer is to be still. So God, I need you to help me be still. And let me tell you what God did. Number one, God gave me patience. Number 2, God started blessing me in other areas. See, when God isn't going to give you the answer you want, he's going to give you an answer. And my answer was just not now. I'm not going to give you the answer right now. But how God showed me that he was still there is he is covering me in the storm. He's covering and blessing me as I'm walking through the fire, right? Now, I don't feel like going on to details, so if you don't know my whole story, just go on my page. I got some videos on it, but through all of what I had to go through in fighting and dealing with this sociopath, God's blessing me. My son is loving our new state that we're in. My son is having all these great experiences. My business is flourishing. I am meeting new people. God has taken me from my mama paying my rent February of 2022. Let me back up. God brought me from being financially great to my mama paying my rent. God took me from having a $10,000 mortgage to having to ask my mama for rent. That's a big fall. That's a big fall. I went from an estate, a guest home, Rolls Royce sits in the driveway, to mama, can you get my rent? Let me go ahead and keep it real. I ain't come from, I was making $2,000 a month. I'm gonna keep it real. It was a big fall. A big fall. That's where I came from. But having to start all the way over from scratch, it looked like I was losing, right? It looked like he was winning, right? And I'm trying to understand, God, it don't make sense. Why am I having to go all this? Why am I doing this? And we get so caught up in what we want that we never realize that God is always in control. God's having you go through this for a reason. So by year 1.5, 2, and I figured out this divorce ain't happening right now. I'm about to pay a whole bunch in legal fees. We about to just be cussing and fussing and going back and forth. So God, please show me why. In the scripture it says, bring your resentment. And then it says, make things fully aware so that then God can show you why. Okay, so in my 2 years, when now we're on year 3, in my 3 years of quiet, no answer. God has restored me financially. Now that I am 3 years from devastation, now I am 3 years out, I can kind of see where God's going with this. I don't know the end result. I ain't going to act like, oh, I don't know how this is going to end. But what I did tell God, I said, God, if the answer is I slaved for 12 years and I'm going to leave with nothing, like just help me be okay with that. Because I know whatever it is that you have for me, I know it's what's best for me. But now 3 years in, let me tell you what God has done and why, as of now, why I think it's taken so long. What God has shown me thus far. God had to show me, I'm going to restore you without your half of the divorce assets. I don't want you to think that you got to this next level based on what you already achieved. I'm going to restore you bigger and better than where you left without any of the divorce proceeds. So you would say it was me. You're wondering why you can't get pregnant. You done tried. It ain't fair. Boom, boom, boom. And in your mind, with your limited knowledge, your limited belief, you're not understanding why you can't get pregnant. Maybe God was saying it wasn't the right season for you to get pregnant. Maybe who you was married to wasn't your forever person, so there was no need to bring a baby because he about to have this person exit your life because God heard conversations that you didn't hear. See, we don't know why we're having to go through what we're going through. What we do know, though, is that God never leaves us. God knows all what's going on. God knows more than what we know. So the question you have to ask yourself for anyone who is going through anything, do you want your will or do you want God's will? Do you want your will or do you want God's will? Because what you're wanting, if it's not happening, God's saying, it's not meant right now. It's not meant right now. Let me continue. The best response to losses or thwarted hopes is praise. The Lord gives and the Lord takes away. Blessed to be the name of the Lord. Now, you're going to be like, well, how am I supposed to bless the Lord? And I mean, my life is in shambles and this. Let me tell you how. So I'm starting all the way over. Mad. This ain't fair. Boom, boom, boom. But I had to make a decision. And the decision was this. God, you're doing this for a reason. Clearly you're doing this for a reason, right? I ain't never heard of no divorce going like this. I ain't never thought that the man I was married to, the man that I met when he had nothing, like even though a marriage don't work, even though you like we just ain't it, you don't expect that like this person's about to betray. Like it just some stuff just don't make sense, right? And so, if God is removing a person, a job, a situation, a business from you, you have to know he's doing it for a reason. So I stopped saying, how could this happen? Why come? I can't believe it, to God, direct my path. God, help me understand. And I started to be okay with just being still. Because I see, God, you're trying to show me something. See, if you feel like God just took a big wrecking ball to your life, and I mean, stuff is just everywhere, God is trying to get your attention. It's like you've been going down the wrong way on the freeway. You done passed all the do not enter signs. You done passed all the turnaround signs. You done passed, you know how when the police trying to catch somebody and they throw those like, I forgot what they called. They throw those things on the ground like those like metal tacks to like make someone tires go flat. You didn't went over all those. And you still going down the wrong way. Spikes. Thank you, I am Shannon Fox. You done went through the spikes. You done went past you done passed everything because you relentless to get what you think you want. And God's like, man, this person is going right to death and destruction. Let me just put the brick wall up so you have to just stop. And so the fact that it wasn't just my divorce, and I don't feel like going through all the details. It was the divorce. It's all the stuff that happened after the divorce. It was just a whole bunch of just betrayal and it's just a whole bunch of extra stuff, right? So I'm like, you know what, God, clearly you're trying to stop me. So let me just be still. Let me just be still. And God, if your life is in shambles, God is trying to get your attention. See, when you have a lot of stuff moving around, when life is fast, God ain't got your ear. But when God just stops everything, he's trying to get your ear. All right, God, you got my ear. Where are we going with this? So I had to deal with, if God is taking things from me, if God is ending all this, he's doing it for a reason. So I stopped changing my prayer to God, help me, help this divorce end this year. I'm giving God a timeline. And God's like, baby, you aren't catching it. I'm not answering you in this timeline. So I changed from God, can I please get divorced this year? Can I please get divorced this month? To changing it to God, show me what you're trying to show me. Let me see what you're trying to show me. Help me understand why this is being delayed. And over time, God showed me, let me show you who your husband really is. Let me show you who them in-laws really are. Let me show you what they really think about you. Let me go ahead and restore you without getting this divorce settlement. Let me go ahead and show you how great life can be without them. See, a lot of times we think we need the thing that we lost, and God's saying, I'm going to bless you in spite of you losing that. You already had the miscarriage. You can't get pregnant again. God's saying, just hold on, baby. Hold on. I'm about to bless you with twins. I have a girlfriend. If y'all want to follow her, just Google supernatural pregnancy. Couldn't get pregnant. She done went to doctor after doctor, and they was telling her something was wrong with what she had. She had fibroids, but I don't know. She couldn't get pregnant. Like pregnancy, they was like saying, girl, something wrong. You ain't about to get pregnant. Like you just ain't gonna have no baby. Period. Stop coming up in here. And then one day, she didn't give up hope. She said God told her to go to this other doctor. And they went to the other doctor, had the x-rays. The fibroids were gone. The issue wasn't the fibroids. The issue was, I don't want to lie to y'all. Was it her uterus? Something, Maybe it was something was twisted. Her uterus, her fallopian tubes, something was twisted, which was causing her not to be able to get pregnant. So nothing was wrong in the sake that she was forever prohibited from getting pregnant. It was something was twisted, and that's why she wasn't able to get pregnant. So she had like a little procedure to untwist whatever it was, and she had her miracle baby. Oh my God. Had her miracle baby, and baby, we have a baby, we good, boom. She called me, this must have been 2 years ago. Her baby, or her son, how old is Aiden? I don't know lie to you. Aiden right now may be about 3 or 4. Aiden may be 4 or 5. But when Aiden was 4, okay, her baby is 4. Her miracle baby had this baby. She good, right? She ain't trying for no more because she barely got this one. She just goes to a regular checkup, and the doctor tells her that she's pregnant. Pregnant? How am I pregnant again? I barely had the first baby. God didn't just bless her with a baby. God blessed her with babies. See, we think when God doesn't give us an answer, he says no. When God may be just saying, not right now, not in this season, not where you are. That's why, like the verse says, bring the resentment to God. Bring your issue with God. Bring the elephant in the room and have him help you deal with the I'm not answering whatever it is that you're wanting. So you can then come to God and have him help you deal with that. Because once you deal with it, once you get it, okay, this is not going to work right now. Now we can focus on how am I going to still see the good that God's giving me in spite of all of this. Remember that all good things, your possessions, your family and your friends, your health and abilities, your time, are gifts from me. Instead of feeling entitled to all these blessings, respond to them with gratitude. Be prepared to let go of anything I take from you, but never let go of my hand. If God takes it away, it's for a reason. If God takes it away, it's for a reason. If God takes it away, it's for a reason. If God takes it away, it's for a reason. So once you get into the Word of God, once you have your relationship with God, whatever door is closed, whatever door won't open, you think you should have this by now, but you ain't got it. Stop knocking on closed doors. Stop worrying about what you don't have. Stop focusing on the 20% of the answers that God hasn't given you. And what you do is you ask God for patience. You ask God for strength to endure. But we now focus on, baby, what has God given you? If God closed one door, that means you got at least 10 open. You alive. Your family good. You got a roof over your head. You got food on the table. You got transportation. You got a job to go to. You got a business to work. You got friends. You got he's giving you something. But the devil wants you to focus on the two things you don't have. So you over here bad. And you over here, life ain't fair. And this person did me wrong. And that church did me wrong. And that job don't care about me. And everyone's winning but me. And you over here, you just so mad. And God's saying, fool, I'm giving you all. You can't see none of these blessings. You can't see enough because you want this one thing to happen. You've been jobless for 6 months, so you mad that you ain't got you a job. But you got a place to stay, you got food on the table, you got transportation, but you want this job until God gives you this one thing. He ain't good, and life is horrible, and woe is you, and boom, boom, boom. And the more you focus on what you don't have, the more selfish you show God, the more you don't appreciate that 80% he's giving you. God gonna say bet. And he gonna take, and he gonna, oh, you ain't worried about this? Let me take that. You ain't worried about this? I'm gonna take that. You ain't worried about this? I'm gonna take that. You ain't worried about it? I'm gonna take. And he gonna start taking and taking and taking and taking and taking. And a lot of times, we don't realize how good we had something until it's gone. Now we look up like, well, shoot, my situation really wasn't that bad. That's why every morning, when I normally do my Bible and business, I say, what 10 things has God done for you? I intentionally wake up looking for how God has blessed me. Because for the first year, when I had moved to Florida and left my sociopathic husband, it was dark. It was like me filing for divorce. It just started a domino effect of just lies and stealing and just all. The filing the divorce was the simple part. Everything, and normally divorce is the catastrophe, and then you can kind of build yourself back up. But for me, divorce was just the starting point, and then everything got worse. Like it can get worse. It can. And so I had to, before I got on that woe is me and on that phone and I can't believe, let me intentionally bring to my mind how good God is. Because the devil, he good, he crafty, he manipulative. The devil gonna always have you see the glass half full. Glass half empty, not half full. So I had to intentionally write down the blessings I had in my dark time. So when those negative thoughts came, girl, you awake. Girl, your son's smiling. Girl, your son got friends. Girl, you done met you new friends. Girl, you got this business. Girl, you got these sales. Girl, you good. You good. So we have to stay in gratitude. Whatever are the blessings, that's what God gave us. And if God takes it away, it's for a reason. And your job is to understand, hey, God, help me understand. And if your job is, I'm not going to give you no understanding, help me with patience in this season. All right, that was October 21st in Jesus Calling. We done been through some things. Okay? So, for anyone who's going through a dark time, it don't rain forever. It does not rain forever. Focus on what you do have. Ask God to give you patience to be able to keep going. But the most important part is going to be this. Look for the blessings. The blessing isn't going to be what you want. So, don't look for an answer to your problem. Look for the blessing. How is God still blessing you in spite of not giving you an answer? How is God blessing you in the storm? How is God still showing up and showing out, although you don't have boom, boom, boom? And if you just stay focused on the blessings you do have, you stay focused on how God hasn't let you go. You stay focused. He is still waking me up. So that means he has more for me. You stay focused. Well, maybe God's trying to show me I need to go build something else over here. You just stay focused on what you do have control over. And God's going to show you, I do not like this color, day by day, week by week, month by month. I'm still here. I'm still here. I haven't left you. I haven't betrayed you. I'm still here. It's painful. You sad. You're going through a tough time, but I'm waking you up every single day. It's not making sense. It's not making sense. You don't understand, but you got to understand. If it don't make sense, that means God's cooking up something good. He cooking up something good. He cooking up something good. And your job is, I know, I lie. Your job is, God, as long as you keep waking me up, as long as you keep providing for me, I'm gonna keep blessing you. I'm gonna keep showing gratitude. I'm gonna be thankful. I'm not gonna complain, because I know whatever is for me is gonna be for me. Whatever is the time you want me to have it, I'm gonna have it. And if the answer is no, the answer is no. If the answer is not right now, the answer is not right now. Whatever it is that is your will, I'm okay with. And once you get to that level, once you can be in that atmosphere, it don't matter what Satan throws. It don't matter what Satan throws your way. It don't matter what you don't have. All that stuff, it don't matter. Because you know God has something greater for me. God's cooking up something so good, it's taking 2 years. God's cooking up so good, he done took everything from my life. That means he's about to restore me. Because they always say what the devil takes, God gonna give you back 10 times. Like, oh, I'm about, baby, count it up. What did the devil take times 10? Count up what God owes you. Count up what he owes you. And you stay prayed up. You stay positive. You stay praising. Ooh, thank you, God. Ooh, today's a great day. Ooh, I woke up. Ooh, my kid is healthy. Ooh, my mama alive. Ooh, these bills is paid. Ooh, the lights are on. If I get this lipstick on my teeth one more time, and you just start going through all your blessings, it don't matter what the devil throw your way, I'm good. It don't matter what you do, I'm good. It don't matter what they say, I'm good. It don't matter what don't happen, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. And you just stay in that mindset, God's going to say, okay, I'm going to give you a blessing. I'm going to give you a blessing. I'm going to give you a blessing. And pretty soon, you're going to have so many blessings that what you was waiting on, what you was hoping for, it don't even bother you the same. He's blessed you so much over here that you was holding on to this, right? Oh, come on, let's take. You was holding on to this, but God, he gonna keep blessing and blessing and blessing, and pretty soon, what you was waiting on, it's so minute. It's just like, baby, I'm getting blessed so much over here. I done forgot I was worried about this over here. And you just keep on focused and living your life, And eventually God's going to show you why it happened, how it happened. Your job is just to stand the test of time to get to that point. But you have a choice. You can either stand ungrateful, woe is you, life is horrible, focus on the 2 things that you don't have, forgetting the 80 things that you do have, or you can focus on how much God has already blessed you, and that if he closed this door, he gonna open another one. You just have to wait until he opens it. The choice is yours. But if you get stuck, life's gonna pass you by. Opportunity's gonna pass you by. Because you still sued and booted because this didn't happen. And God's saying, yeah, this didn't happen. This door was closed, but I opened up 5 more doors for you. But when you was walking past all the opportunities, you were so focused on that one thing you didn't have that you didn't even see the opportunity. You didn't even see I was trying to bless you with another job offer. You didn't get this house. I'm trying to bless you with another house. That boo left you. I'm trying to bless you with another boo. That job let you go. They're emailing you, but you at home on the couch getting fat, on that telephone being negative. You aren't even checking the emails for the new job saying, hey, can you come interview? So once you show God that you don't care, he gonna be like, deuces, all right, cool. I'm going to stop giving you the opportunities because you're not even looking for them. Comment challenge. I'm late. Comment challenge. You want to jump on my 5-day business challenge. If you're on Instagram, TikTok, click that link in my bio. We on day 2. Today is marketing and social media. Tomorrow is business structure. Now, TikTok, you're not following instructions. TikTok, you have to click the link in my bio. Instagram, you can comment challenge. If you want to learn how to write business grants, if you want to learn how to make AI your own grant writing machine, then you want to comment AI on my Instagram page and get on my waiting list for my hands-on grant writing bootcamp, where I'm going to walk you through step by step. All right? Everyone have a fabulous night, and I will, of course, see you at the bank.